We're ready to roll in Allen Fieldhouse for the 2023-24 season. Jayhawks win the tap and have it first. McCullough kicks it up top for Harris, looking in for Dickinson. Clear path and a two-hand jam. Great execution on the first play.
You love to see it. Worked on that play and shoot around. Knew that was going to come out and be their first set. Classic high-low basketball, and Dickinson seals and scores.
Well, Bill Self's message to his team after the Illinois game was, we didn't guard. See how the defense is tonight for the Jayhawks. Jansson off on a three. McCullough clears quickly. Dickinson wants it again. Triple team. Back into it, knocked away. Taken by the Tigers. Crawford against McCullough. Timberlake with the rebound. Couldn't find a teammate as he was falling out of bounds. Tigers playing for the first time against another opponent. They have not played another exhibition game. They had a closed scrimmage canceled over the weekend because of bad weather. Heck of an assignment to go see the #1 team in Division I. Dickinson with a 10-footer in the lane. 4-0, Hunter Dickinson and the Jayhawks.
And that's where Dickinson, he can roll and catch a lob, but he can also do that short roll where he catches about that 10-15 foot area, and he's got touch to be able to stop and shoot it.
Up to pressure Jansson. This is Hammocky. Jansson from straight on. Timberlake has his second rebound. KU down court quickly, and Dickinson with the easy finish. They're feeding the big guy early.
And that early post up, and this is a difficult matchup for Jansson when he is on defense, but it's a challenging one for Dickinson here because Jansson can pick and pop.
Hammocky with the left hand has the first points of the game for Fort Hays State.
If there is a weakness in Hunter Dickinson's game, it's his ability to move laterally defensively in those sort of pick and roll situations.
Started three from McCullough, spins out. Hammocky over 16 points a game last season. Jansson got Dickinson in the air. The reverse layup was blocked, but they said it's on the way down. Goaltending, count the hoop. We talk about Hunter Dickinson offensively all the time, how good he is in all facets. Defense will be interesting for him.
Yeah, well, especially as the game's evolved to more stretch fives. And in the Big Ten, you saw a lot of more pure plotting five-men. Zach Edey, Kofi Coburn from Illinois, Trace Jackson Davis. Big 12 can have a little bit more mobile five-men. So those are the kind of fives that can give Dickinson a little bit of problems.
High-low, Dickinson for Adams, who finishes. That's two big guys who can post up and pass.
And Dickinson, his assist numbers weren't great at Michigan, but he's really got a good feel passing the basketball.
Adams with a deflection. Take a look at that offensive possession a moment ago. When you can put the 7-2 three-point shooter out there, it opens some things up.
Well, you made the point. He can shoot the three, so you do have to get out there on him, which is going to create more real estate for that high-low pass.
And that's what you were talking about. Old school Bill Self, post-to-post, high-low passing. Tough putback doesn't go for Sean Riley. Jayhawks trying to get down court quickly. Dickinson out of the double team. Timberlake in the corner. Those are the shots they want to see Nicholas Timberlake not only take, but knock down.
Yes, and I mean, Timberlake's a guy, he made 92 threes a year ago. To put that in perspective for Kansas fans, that would have ranked 8th all-time in Kansas history for single-season threes. Just to give you a little perspective of how many triples he was able to knock down.
Dickinson scores again. He has 8 already.
I mean, that's how they're built. They're going to want to play inside out. And again, like we were talking about, Stephen, Bill Self loves to throw the ball inside. That is where he is most comfortable, I think, coaching offensively. And Dickinson gives him a dimension to really have some fun with diagramming plays.
Not quite 4 minutes in. Hammocky gets past Harris, but knocked away from behind. Stays with Fort Hays State, just 5 on the shot clock.
But how good a hands is that for Harris? When you got to be really tight with the rock when you're around Harris when you can think you're past him and he can still poke it out from behind.
DeJuan Harris, Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year last year. And a turnover by the Tigers, traveling on Elijah Nanabu.
Well, the one thing you saw early on was Fort Hays State wants to trap the post. So when the ball goes to Dickinson where he can have a player behind him, the trap's going to come. We'll see how he handles it. So there's been these high lows where that trap doesn't really come, just like that.
Dickinson draws the whistle as the dunk attempt was blocked, but a fast start for the Jayhawks, pounding it inside. Finding the big guy, Hunter Dickinson, for 8 early points and 9 rebounds against Illinois, but it seemed like a tough 22.
Yeah, it did. It honestly felt like, oh, Dickinson was just okay. But that's a mark of a great player where you feel like they were just okay, and he has 22 points. I mean, this guy is an elite offensive weapon who, again, fits how Bill Self wants to coach and post up big men perfectly.
He led Michigan in scoring all 3 years he played there. Over 1,600 career points in 3 years in college.
And had some success in the NCAA tournament. And this is a accomplished, big-time player.
He came here because he, quote, wants to win a championship.
Certainly going to have an opportunity to do it with this crew.
Adams taking Nanabu on the switch, forces the step back. Tapped out, KU ball. No changes to the Jayhawk lineup out of the first timeout. See how Bill Self utilizes the rest of his bench tonight. Harris off the Dickinson screen into the lane. McCullough guarded triple. Fort Hays State comes the other way.
Three-point shooting is something that'll be a theme throughout the night of just seeing how many threes Kansas can make as you see a good cut from Hammocky off the ball. But there is a weakness, Stephen, and maybe is that three-point shooting number.
Backdoor, Adams fouled at the rim. Wry smile from the man drawing the whistle, Elijah Nanabu.
It was a really good initial backdoor. See, Timberlake, sometimes those double backdoor sets, it's that first hard cut that can actually open up the second backdoor. And that was just good timing, but that's your 7-foot big man handling it and throwing a nice backdoor pass from Dickinson to Adams.
We forget how versatile this guy is because he got stuck playing the 5 last season. KJ Adams, though, can do a little bit of everything on the basketball court.
Yeah, he's just that Swiss Army knife. He's tough. He can guard multiple positions. Underrated cutter off the ball. Sure, he can't shoot, but he still finds a way to score it and make an impact. You know what I like, too? Reading about him today. 63-4 his last 2 years in high school.
Austin Westlake.
And then he wins a national title his first year here, albeit not a huge role, but nevertheless. And he was on the floor in the Elite 8 game against Miami.
He was on the floor at the end of the championship
game. So there's something to just guys that his team wins. I think the same thing about DeJuan Harris. That was his just thing that Coach Self used to talk about all the time with DeJuan Harris early in his career. So the guy just wins. Every drill, every pickup game, Harris wins. I think the same thing can be said for KJ Adams.
Foul was on Elmarco Jackson into the game off the KU bench as Jaheim Holden hits the Tiger free throw. Jackson and Parker Brown in for KU.
Important game for those Timberlake, Jackson, Brown. Johnny Furphy going to get some run here, hopefully tonight.
This is Brown up top. Gets it back from Adams. Jackson, the freshman. Harris with 12 to shoot. The illegal screen on Parker Brown, another experienced player, 6th year of college basketball, a transfer, was a starter the last 2 years for Santa Clara.
Yeah, and it's a guy that's played 109 games. You know, so he comes to Kansas with a ton of experience under his belt. And that's one thing you like. Oftentimes you go in the portal, yeah, you want talent, but you really want to go get experience, guys that know what it's like at this level. And that's what you got in guys like Timberlake and Parker Brown.
Can we say he's a legacy when it was his younger brother who played here?
I think that's fair. I'm going to go with it. Let's go with it.
Christian Brown, of course, NBA champion with the Denver Nuggets last year.
Block.
Saved in the lane by a Tiger. Wild shot. McCullough comes out with it. On the run, no numbers, attacks anyway, and draws a whistle.
They're going to need McCullough to do that a little bit more. Sure, he needs to knock down shots, but whether it was Ochai Agbaji and Christian Brown 2 years ago, Jalen Wilson last year, where those guys were a handful, was in transition, just putting their head down and attacking the rim relentlessly. And I think McCullough needs to do that as much as he can.
Is it an ability thing for Kevin McCullough, or is it a mindset?
I think it's more of a mindset. I think he's got that game in him. It's just he's got to put his foot on the gas, run the floor hard. He's always been just a complementary piece, and now he's got to elevate it to that next level, kind of like Jalen Wilson did. Jalen Wilson was a complimentary role guy, a really good one on the team that won a title. Then last year he had to go from being to a superstar.
McCullough sits, and you got a glimpse of the guy in for him, the freshman from Australia. So there he is, 6'9" Johnny Furphy. Quick pull-up for Hammocky from the elbow, bounces off. Jansson can't put it back in. Brown clears. Four KU newcomers in the game right now, along with the steady DeJuan Harris. Up top, Brown with the jam. Parker Brown rattling the rim on the lob.
That was an in-traffic flush.
Illegal screen called on Jansson. How about Parker Brown on the roll here off the toss from Harris?
Well, this is terrific. Great timing from DeJuan Harris. Sometimes it's about throwing it high, and sometimes it's about just getting it right by the rim. This is perfect. Trailing it, handoff, hit, sprint to the rim, great feed. Perfect offense there.
Timberlake pull up at the foul line, in and out. Brown fighting for Tigers. It's going to be a whistle on Timberlake, I believe. The officials discussing it. Doug Sermons, Kip Kissinger, two of the best.
Timberlake looked like he was trying to fight through that screen. A little bit of moving, a little bit of an acting job as well, but certainly when you extend your hands like that, looks like a foul. I'm excited to watch Johnny Furphy. A guy we're going to talk more about, but we got to soak him up while he's in. Going to be on a minutes restriction because of this really, really bad shin splints.
10 minutes or so. He missed 2 weeks of practice recently. Didn't do anything for 2 weeks because of the shin splints that had been bothering him for about a year, they said. He was not with the team when they went to Puerto Rico. So he didn't get any of the summer work, didn't get those extra practices, didn't get those exhibition games. Should be in high school still.
Yeah, and he turns 19 years old next month. So he's a young player, but he is on NBA radar. And he's a guy that is all of 6'9". He's really skilled. And you talk to different scouts. He's a guy that if he was playing high school basketball, he'd be a top 30, top 25 kind of a player. But he's certainly got to get his feet wet here at this level of basketball. So a game like tonight is huge for him.
Jackson into the lane. McCullough in the corner. Knocks down the first KU three of the night.
A great play from Elmarko Jackson, too. He had to be strong to get it through the arms of Fort Hays State to get it to McCullough.
Spread it on the perimeter of this possession. Driving on Furphy is Trajan Davis.
defensively and get to their assignments, guys.
You have to play defense without fouling, obviously. And the other thing that is, this isn't a very deep team right now.
No.
This is a team that cannot afford foul trouble. So that makes it even more important. But at the same time, you can't play on your heels. So Kansas is going to have to master that balance of playing aggressive but playing intelligently. It's a good call out from Coach Self there.
5 fouls on the Jayhawks so far, 4 on the Tigers. Dickinson back in, backdoor to McCullough. And the 5th foul on Fort Hays State will put Kevin McCullough at the line.
We've seen a lot of that early on. Those dribble back doors. You've seen that twice from Dickinson. He dribbles, Furphy with the hard cut, and then another back door. As a defender, Stephen, you're getting ready to get into the body of McCullough there to fight over a handoff ball screen, and you leave yourself vulnerable for a back cut. It's just good execution, and it helps when you have a big 7-footer that can deliver it too.
He usually draws the other team's big man out on the floor.
That's a great call. Yeah, it opens up the middle of the court. And then certainly when you got that size, you can see over the defense. I'm a huge fan of Dickinson's vision.
Well, who was the guy Bill Self compared him to and said he started watching offensive sets of? Nikola Jokic, Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, you can hear that and maybe roll your eyes, but it's not too far off. It's really not.
For a passing 5-man?
Yes.
Absolutely. Good move by Jaheim Holden to knock down the bucket. Tigers are into double digits. Dumping into Dickinson. He draws a crowd. Around to Jackson for the 3.
That's what I think you're going to see a lot of teams do to Kansas. When it goes into Dickinson, trap him, make Kansas shoot threes.
How many guys cover Hunter Dickinson when he catches the ball?
There's a triple or a quadruple team there. But I think that's going to be what Kansas sees quite a bit of. Teams are going to send a secondary defender. They're going to send a double. They're going to force Kansas to knock down threes. And that's where Dickinson's got to be able to handle it. Kansas is going to knock down shots, but then you can't just settle for threes either.
4 veterans on the court for KU. The starters, McCullough, tough bucket and 1. Grown man strength from Kevin McCullough.
Just showing you a little bit of what the offseason can look like. He worked hard on his jump shot, but he also worked hard on expanding as a scorer. And you saw that in the other wings before him. There was Ochai Agbaji, Christian Brown. Coach Self is not afraid to post guards. And there, McCullough gets the post up in the finish.
Mentioned the 4 vets out there for KU. The 5th player right now is Jamari McDowell, freshman from Houston, just in the game. This is him guarding the ball. And forcing a turnover.
You get the sense the coaching staff's excited about McDowell. I think they see the long-term game with him. And he's one of those guys that may not be a superstar right now, but that does not minimize his importance in the moment. But we've seen so many guys before him come in and get better each year. And by the time they're a junior, a senior, they're impact players.
Over the top for Adams, knocked away. Bill Self described McDowell as easy for his teammates to play with,
which is a great compliment to be given.
Approaching the midpoint of our first half. Harris knocks it away. Dickinson collects it. Quick pass from Harris to Adams. He'll shoot 2. Some guys have quick releases on a shot. DeJuan Harris has a quick release on a pass.
Yes, he does. And oftentimes those passes, Stephen, they got to happen in a flash. Because if that ball doesn't come quickly to Adams, it's not going to be open any more than that window of opportunity. And so Harris has the confidence, the timing, and the precision to deliver that.
Jayhawks 7 of 10 at the free throw line so far. Big 12 most improved player a year ago, KJ Adams. Upset, missing both free throws. And now picks up a foul 25 feet from the basket.
I heard Kanitra's report out of the huddle. Playing defense without fouling, those are the silly ones. You're trying to be a little too aggressive to fight through that screen. Can't afford those.
6th on KU here in the half. Hamaki back in. Swing it in the corner for Davis. Tigers returning their top 5 scorers from a year ago. Team that finished tied for 3rd in the always tough MIAA. That's a travel.
Yeah, Fort Hays State back-to-back 20-win seasons. You said it, returned 5 starters. They got a stud in Hamaki at that guard spot. I mean, this is going to be a good Division II team.
They play in the loaded D2 Central region, which has produced 5 of the last 7 national champs at that level. Dickinson, with bodies all around him, made the catch but couldn't finish.
Down by Jamari McDowell, stunting into that driving lane and shutting it and recovering. That's really good from a freshman.
Backdoor, Davis scores it over Dickinson. Trajan Davis, the top scorer off their bench a year ago, nearly 7 a game. He'll likely start this season. Dickinson wants it. Harris trying to find a way to get it to him. Color attacks and lost it.
Paint, excuse me, is just so clogged up in the whole possession.
Deep 3, spins out. That was R.J. Crawford. Dickinson gets it this time. Off balance. And a late whistle on Fort Hays State.
Say he's on the ground.
Second foul on Sean Riley.
Dickinson has done a nice job of this, just these early post-ups and just a quick turn, and that defense, that help side's trying to get there in time, but Dickinson's got a good feel for how to spin and get it up quickly.
Foul number 9 on the Tigers, so this will be a 1-and-1. Hunter Dickinson, 22 points, 9 rebounds, couple block shots in 35 minutes. Sunday in Champaign, Illinois. Jayhawks falling to the Illini 82-75.
Got Johnny Furphy in. And so KJ Adams at the 5, and they'll switch all 5 screens now defensively. So a little bit different look here. Come with some full court pressure, trying to utilize the speed and athleticism on the floor.
Some long arms offensively for the Jayhawks on the perimeter.
He got quite the tone setter on the ball in DeJuan Harris.
Launching inside. McCullough just rips it away from him and forces a tie-up. Arrow to Fort Hays. Big lead for the Jayhawks. Final exhibition contest. Regular season gets underway on Monday. We've got it for you right here on Big 12 Now, as well as next Friday's game. John McClendon Classic Monday against North Carolina Central, and then Manhattan on Friday before the Champions Classic against Kentucky, and then out to the Hawaiian Islands for the relocated Maui Invitational in Honolulu.
Certainly a loaded non-conference schedule for the Kansas Jayhawks. It's going to be some fun, challenging games. And it starts with Kentucky just around the corner.
Adams wants to drive it. Tough pass. Furphy reverse finish. Nice communication there. Adams to Furphy off a slight glance.
That was a great catch from Furphy.
First time Furphy's put the ball in the bucket as a Jayhawk. Hamaki getting inside on Harris. Furphy with the deflection. Ball loose. Adams has it.
That length of this lineup getting in the passing lane. Again, I mean, Furphy's all of 6'9".
A rare mishandle by Harris. Hamaki the other way. Tapped in by Nanabu.
6 turnovers for Kansas. Little sloppy in their decision making.
Color bumped. He'll go to the line. We mentioned length defensively. A freshman from down under, Johnny Furphy, trying to get some things done. Here's the Tiger defense.
Yeah, that's just uncharacteristic. DeJuan Harris just losing it, but then a nice backdoor cut. Great catch. Johnny Furphy getting a layup. Again, going to be on a minutes restriction here tonight. Those shin splints have just really been a problem. He's taken about 2 full weeks off of practice. And when you say off, completely off.
Dress out, stand there, watch.
Yes.
You ever have shin splints?
I've never had shin splints. I think you have to be moving at a certain speed that I maybe never got to get shin splints. I don't know if that's medically true or not, but I'm going to stick with it.
They sound painful.
Yeah. Well, you hope he's okay, because you know when you're a young player, every practice is huge, and you don't want him to get too far behind. Here he is with the ball.
No numbers, peels it out to the wing.
Good decision.
Murphy off the ball screen, drops it off for Adams. He's got an assist as KJ finishes.
Just keep it simple, right? All started with he got a kick ahead in transition, didn't have numbers. Don't force it. Pull it back out, run some offense. It ends up getting back to him, and he gets an assist. Good play and poise from Furphy.
Right, the easy play.
Not hard. When you're young, just keep it simple.
McCullough with the takeaway. Harris, McCullough the trailer, knocked away. Furphy there to save. Hawks flow into the offense. Furphy moves it quickly. Jackson going baseline, kicks across. McCullough 3, yes. 2 triples. Kevin McCullough having a huge first half.
And both assists from Elmarco Jackson on penetration.
But exhibition games, you're allowed to play even if you're going to redshirt.
Small ball now, what you're 6'9", 6'10", 6'10".
Some different looks available for Bill Self.
And while it's a short bench, you only have 10 scholarship players. You do have some,
and that's counting Clements.
That is counting a guy that's going to redshirt. You do have some pieces where you can play big, you can play small.
Hamake, quick fire. Gets his own rebound. Open 3. Spins out for Kyle Grill, redshirt freshman out of Mays, Kansas. Brown looking for help. Harris off the screen. Weaves into the lane. Gets to the bucket. His first points.
Gosh, that's good. That is so good. Reading out of that pick and roll, that snake action where you dribble back towards the ball screen, just perfect.
Brown tied up there with Davis, and Brown draws his 3rd foul.
So we'll just watch DeJuan Harris. Sometimes you come to the left there, you just snake it back to the middle, and it's a really hard for your defender to get back into the play. You get him on your back, you keep him there. And Harris is just so poised and smart in those pick and roll situations.
And when he turns the corner, that first step seems to cover about 8 feet.
When he changes speeds too. So he came off that handoff in about 1st gear, and then he went to 3rd gear pretty quick. Just perfect.
Davis hitting the front end of the 1-on-1. Tigers being held to 25% shooting so far. KU shooting 63% so far, Nick, against a Fort Hays State team that prides themselves on defense.
Certainly Dickinson got the party started with just a bunch of body blows in the paint early. Another high-low on deck here. Clements didn't see it.
Hunter Dickinson back in the game. Furphy tries to find it.
Needed just a little more air under that pass. Just get it up. Heard it a million times. Shoot an air ball, hit the corner of the backboard, but you got to get it up a little bit. But the right idea. That's good that Furphy knew exactly where that ball needed to go.
Shot clock at 5. KU bailed out by a foul.
Little kids did. Scored solely for Monsters Inc. a shark and a witch.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good. I heard you got your standard, what, 10 to 15%? Is that what the bad rate is?
My kids take inventory on their candy now.
Man.
I don't get anything. Maybe some leftovers of the handouts.
At this point, you take what you can get. Or maybe it's the best thing. Maybe your kids are saving you from yourself of having a million Kit Kats, you know?
Yes. Yes. Juwan Harris, after that 1-for-2 trip to the line, takes a seat. We go to the Tiger free throw line. We have seen quite a few free throws in this first half. These will be numbers 26 and 27. As Trajan Davis is now 4 of 5 at the line.
There's been a lot of fouls both ways, and we'll see what things look like, how smooth they are with Marco Jackson as the primary point guard now. Juwan Harris going to the bench.
Jackson's freshman from Marlton, New Jersey. Has it on the wing, looking for Dickinson. Hunter at his back turn. Clements skips it for Jackson in the corner. Now they get it to Dickinson. Quick kick out. Clements a 3. Online, but too strong.
That's a good pass from Dickinson, though. The feel in and out of his hands quickly, finds the shooter.
Attack Dickinson. Sean Riley unable to get it to go. Clements bringing it up. Jackson thought about going to work. Dickinson gets the open triple. Left it short. Saved by Clements. Now McCullough in the corner. Last 3 threes for the Jayhawks, all online, but either too strong or not enough. Wide open 3. Good for Trajan Davis. 9.
Heavily on Kevin McCullough and KJ Adams and Juwan Harris to be an extension of him in the locker room.
When you saw it in that huddle there, Coach Self went in, said a few words, turned away. Kevin McCullough talked for a little bit. Then Coach Self spoke again.
That's important.
Furphy tries a 3. Okay, you can't get a triple to go right now.
Yeah, it's going to be a question, right, Stephen? The ability to knock down threes for this group. 2 for 10. Two makes coming both from McCullough.
Missed their last 4 shots overall, all from beyond the arc.
For a guy like Nicholas Timberlake is so important.
He's at the scorer's table waiting to come in. Dickinson with a pitch ahead to McCullough. Clements did not fire. They'll run some offense. Pull up at the foul line, Clements. Foul getting the rebound. Zach Clements, aggressive, making some things happen.
A different spot for him, playing usually as a stretch 5. Now it's at that 4 spot, so he's in more ball handling situations. He's put the ball in the deck quite a bit here in this little 3-4 minute spurt. Well, Coach Self's been pleased with how Clements has been playing, but again, he is going to redshirt.
2 Jayhawks into the game. Harris waiting at the table. Clements hits them both. And now the rare Harris for Clemens substitution. Jayhawks will pick up full court. No field goals in nearly 3 minutes for KU, leading by 18 under 2 to go before halftime.
Let's see if Kansas can finish this half with a little bit of a flurry here.
Timberlake's back in as well. This is Lucas Hammocky, Caleb Hammockey's brother. They're out of Hutchinson, Kansas. They had their high school ball at Trinity Catholic. And Uncle Curtis, the longtime athletic director at Fort Hays State. Three-point try, Holden missed everything. Jayhawk ball.
Good defense. That whole possession was blown up because Kevin McCullough denied Hammocky the ball on the left wing. Those are the little things early in a possession. They wanted to get Hammocky the ball, get him off a ball screen. McCullough blew it up, and it blew the whole possession up.
Didn't have to get a deflection, didn't have to get a steal.
Nope, that doesn't go in the stat sheet as anything, but McCullough got the defensive stop.
Another foul, this one on Connor Landell of the Tigers.
It's a little high derriere screen. Coach Self had a different word for it at shoot around.
Very direct.
Yes. That's a tough one, and what makes that hard, that derriere screen, is it's hard to know defensively, is he coming off to the right, is he coming off to the left? So there's got to be great communication on where you're sending that offensive player to, and oftentimes there isn't communication in those spots, and you can get downhill quickly.
KJ Adams knocks them both down. 8 points for KJ. Minute to go, first half. Dickinson claims the rebound. Backdoor knocked away. Dickinson gets it back. Adams underneath. Count it. He just kind of hangs in the air sometimes.
Just a special athlete. Got that rare combination of size, power, but he's quick twitched.
Has never missed a day of lower body in the weight room.
No.
Or upper body, probably.
Just everything. He's got full body workouts every day.
Hammocky to the bucket. Ooh. Tough finish, Lucas Hammocky. Harris from half court. We are at halftime.
Interesting here, Johnny Furphy getting the start. I'd imagine you don't want to let him sit too long with those shin splints and get cold, so he's going to get a little surge here with the starters.
Well, Bill Self said today we're going to start Nick Timberlake tonight. We want to see how these guys react to starting and coming off the bench. We'll give Furphy a chance to start here, at least for a half. Dickinson with a rebound in between 3 Tigers. That's a tie-up. Arrow will send it the other way.
Yeah, Coach Self, he is serious where he loves to switch up that starting lineup, use it as motivation, challenge different guys. That's one thing that's interesting about this group with not a lot of depth. Coach Self really likes to use the bench as a motivator. It's going to be a little harder this year because there's not a lot of able-bodied dudes over there to turn to.
Over the top, Dickinson. Foul as Davis knocked it away. Got some arm as well. KJ looking for some help as he brought it up.
And just that perfect corner of the backboard pass. Dickinson keeps it high, but there's 4 defenders waiting for him.
Combined 22 fouls in this game. Jayhawks have 1 player with 3. The Tigers have 3 with 3 fouls. Hammocky jumping the passing lane, finds Nanabu and add another one to that foul tally.
Yeah, just a freshman pass there from Furphy. Just too casual as Harris is coming out to the right wing out of that baseline out of bounds, and Furphy just Easy pass. Hammocky steals it and leads to a foul.
Harris giving the foul. I think Mark Johnson's going to have his team shoot some free throws when they get back to Hayes, to Gross Memorial Coliseum. Second one goes. They are 7 of 12 at the line. First real action for the Tigers against another opponent. Hadn't even had a scrimmage against anybody. Picked third in the MIAA by the coaches, fourth by the media this season. They finished tied for third each of the last 2 years. Adams, short roll in the lane. Color turned down the three. Harris wide open. Jayhawks have had multiple three-pointers go in and out tonight.
I thought McCullough should have shot the initial kickoff from KJ Adams. I get that it ended an open three for Harris, but I thought the flow of the play was from McCullough to shoot.
Johnson, who sat most of the first half with 2 fouls.
Again, small ball fives can bother Hunter Dickinson just because he's going to have a hard time getting out to the perimeter.
Johnson with a steal. Good play by the all MIAA defender the last 2 years. Nanabu kick out 3. Dickinson off the glass.
Not really the start that Bill Self was hoping for out of the second half. Couple of turnovers.
First 4 points to the visitors. A steal by Hammocky. Up ahead, Nanabu. Missed the bunny. McCullough going spin cycle. Draws a foul.
Boy, just sloppy out the gates here for Kansas, and Hammocky is crafty out there. He's got 2 steals early in this second half for Fort Hays State.
Finding a way to make some plays. They want to go to Dickinson. They do. Back into him. Extra pass. Furphy 3. They got the foul on Janssen, who hit the floor.
That's good offense, though. Throw it into Dickinson, invite the double team. Kansas space the floor. Look how Adams dives. That sucks in the defense. Skip it opposite, extra pass. That's perfect. And then Janssen got a little tied up with Dickinson.
How frustrating is that for an offense when you do pretty much everything right and don't make the shot?
It can be frustrating, but ultimately, if you're getting good shots, that's what you're really looking for. And that's exactly how you want to handle a double team.
How about a triple team? Out to McCullough. His third 3 of the night.
Again, Dickinson would be fun to play with as a guard because he will kick it out. I mean, he is not a black hole down there. You throw it into him, you're going to get opportunities.
Hammocky draws contact on a drive.
So in double teams, sometimes it's about looking to the opposite side of the floor. Sometimes it's ball side, depending on where that double comes from. But Dickinson's got good feel. Saw that the double was coming, really triple there, was coming off McCullough's man. Just get it right back to him. Boy, Hammocky's a pretty good player.
Yes. He's had a good career already. This is his 5th year in the program, 4th year playing. He's the 4th player in Fort Hays State history with 1,000 career points or more and 300 or more assists.
I was talking to Greg Gurley at shoot-around, and Greg had a good comparison for Hammocky. Compared him to Tyler Kolek of Marquette, who was the Big East Player of the Year, and also compared him to Rex Walters a little bit. Kind of crafty like that, gets to his spots. It doesn't look like he's moving too quick, but all of a sudden he's by you.
Rex might take offense to that.
Rex was a baller. That's all I can say about that.
That's an accurate description, though.
If tell Rex if he's got issues, take it up with Craig.
Harris with the finish. Jayhawks pressuring beyond the arc this possession. Hammocky splits 2, kicks to the corner, open 3, Nanabu. That's what Hammocky does.
Yeah.
Make things happen for a teammate if he can't find something for himself.
But what did we talk about, Steven? It starts with containing the ball. In a ball screen situation, Hammocky was able to split it, get to the middle of the floor, collapse the defense, and spray it out.
Jayhawks led by 22 late in the first half. Tigers have cut into that lead here in the second half. McCullough with another triple, though. You want him to be more aggressive. That doesn't mean always driving it. It means knocking down those open shots. 4 threes tonight.
And what you like about it, there's no hesitation. Catch, shoot. You put in the work, shoot it with confidence.
Tough shot doesn't go. R.J. Crawford. Furphy with the rebound. Harris out to Brown, trying a 3. It'll be Fort Hays State ball. Elks is playing really, really well. Adams, after the denial, keeps it inbounds. Trying to go down to Brown, and Tigers hanging all over Parker Brown.
I think Bill Self right now, sometimes when you feel like your team just maybe isn't amped up to where they need to be, you throw a full court press out to see if that can kind of pump some energy into you, because it's you're going to pick up full court. You got to play fast and loose.
4th foul on Trajan Davis. Timberlake's back in.
Timberlake can get the scoring column.
Harris has that pass knocked away. It's been kind of an off night for DeJuan Harris offensively. 5 assists, but 4 turnovers right now.
Yeah, very out of character. Certainly he's the tone setter for this group.
Seven to shoot. Need to hurry. Adams down the baseline, gets it to go.
That's something KJ Adams has gotten a lot better at, on positioning himself off of penetration to score. And he was catching that on the move to step through and get it up off the glass. That was nice.
Foot jumper off the mark for Sean Riley. Adams takes the rebound from a teammate. Skip pass for McCullough. He's feeling it tonight. Not that time. Steal on an ill-advised pass. Harris up top. Adams, soft finish. A little finesse from KJ Adams.
I was really close to bringing the house down.
Yes. That would have amped the energy level up.
Yes, it would. Steal, alley-oop.
How many times have you heard Bill Self say a dunk might only be worth 2 points, but what it can do to a crowd either way is big?
Especially a lob dunk. And Bill Self loves lobs.
Tough shot, Hammocky. Brown all alone for the rebound. Brown straight on 3. Got it to go. Why not?
He is 14 of 57 from 3 last year at Santa Clara. So not a great percentage, but capable. I mean, he's already shot a few.
1 for 2 tonight. Now Riley going to work on him. Brown with the rejection.
See a nice little trailer. Looks good coming out of his hands. A little too much muscle on it. You see Kevin McCullough. Nice little interception. Boy, that was almost showtime there, but it's 2 points.
Hammocky, good curl, but Marco Jackson right with him. Now step back three. Did everything but go down.
If I'm Harris, I'd think about creating a shot for Nicholas Timberlake. We'll try and understand his importance, see if he can't get him the ball.
That one deflected. No. Fort Hays State ball.
Boy, I don't know. The ball absolutely got deflected. That
man thinks it was.
Absolutely hit him.
Off the hand of Lucas Hammocky. No review. Play on. Caleb Hammocky sets up the offense. Johnson back in. He's been limited by fouls tonight. Hammocky finds an angle. All alone for the finish. He is so patient.
He just waited, let Parker Brown vacate after that hedge, and then exploded the lane. Some of the containing of the ball starts with pick and rolls.
Timberlake off target. Tigers back the other way. Lucas Hammocky knocked away. Timberlake almost took it away. Oh, 10-footer is an air ball. Jayhawks trying to push, no numbers. Good decision by Jackson. Timberlake open in the corner. Advantage during that last timeout. Kenitra Pulliams was in the Jayhawk huddle.
Yeah, it's easy to get complacent and kind of casual with a 24-point lead. But Coach Self was encouraging his team to play with pace, as well as executing the ball and playing for each other, sharing the ball, and to keep executing and teaching as they close this game out with the final 11 minutes.
Instead, the 12th Jayhawk turnover of the night out of the timeout, and Elijah Nanabu finishing at the other end.
You know, it's hard as a player to not play to the score, right? Like, understand that it's a big lead, but you still got to play to the standard, not the score.
Tigers clear it off the missed Jackson three. Nanabu attacking on Timberlake. Draws the foul, gets to the line.
Number 25, Nicholas Timberlake.
Another middle drive given up.
13 foul on Kansas.
Off of just a swing. They'll be ready to fight the dribble, keep it out of the paint.
Nanabu at the line, shooting two.
Will Self going back to the bench. 4 players at the scorer's table. He's got Michael Jankovic in the game right now. Jankovic will stay in along with the 4 new Jayhawks: Harris, McCullough, Dickinson, and McDowell. There's Michael Jankovic. Super senior out of Dallas.
It makes me feel super old. His dad, Tim Jankovic, was an assistant. I was a freshman and sophomore, so I remember Michael Jankovic when he was 4 or 5 years old.
Still has that great blonde hair, though.
He does. He's got a great jumper on him. Coach Self's confident in Michael Jankovic. He gets one, he can knock it down. Let's see if he proves me right. Nope.
He's ready to fire, though.
Yeah, confident.
Lead has hovered right around 20 the entire second half. It was 20 at the break. Kyle Grill knocks in a triple. His brother played against the Jayhawks. Caleb Grill, former Iowa State Cyclone. He's a Missouri Tiger now. Okay, you will see him next month.
Just can't escape Caleb Grill.
Harris kissing one in off the window. 9:40 to go in this one. Going to work on Harris was Holden. Harris forced the turnover, knocked it off his leg.
I mean, just how about the hands? Harris is His unbelievable hands. Just knows how to deflect the ball. Think he got him beat, and he just pokes it out of you.
Well, Self calling for a set play off the bench here. Top Dickinson, tough catch under the rim to finish it.
God, you just clear out any backside help so Dickinson can just seal his man. You throw it over the top.
It's his first field goal since the opening 3 minutes of the game. Janssen a three. Off target, Jankovic, good block out, has the rebound. Quickly into Dickinson. Rushed it a bit. Janssen open again.
He's had quite a few good looks now. 1 for 5 from 3 is Janssen.
Color threw it away, trying to find it. Dickinson down low.
Turnover number 14 from Kansas. 8 in the second half.
With 8.5 minutes to go in the game.
A lot of them just unforced.
I mentioned Fort Hays State is a team that prides themselves on defense, but it's holding opponents to low scoring and low field goal percentages. They don't force a ton of turnovers.
No, there's a difference. It's not how this team's built.
Grill against Jankovic. Reaching foul on Jankovic.
Foul on number 20, Michael Jankovic. That's his first.
Boy, did everything right. Defended the pick and pop. Closed out. And then just got caught with your hand in the cookie jar there.
4 fouls each way this half. We're a ways from the bonus, thankfully. Harris just picked off the entry pass before it went anywhere. Jankovic, open three. Right on line.
He had a great angle at it. Looked like he drilled it.
He thought he did.
He started running back down the floor.
Lucas Hammocky off the ball screen. Nowhere to go. Step back three. Dickinson reaching high for the rebound. Harris finds McCullough on the nice cut. Beautifully done. Kevin McCullough and the wizardry of DeJuan Harris again.
Threading the needle on the back door.
Well, flow to this game now. No whistles the last few possessions. Landell trying to find space on Dickinson. There is none. And he turns it over. Good defense from the Jayhawks. Lead up. 14th ranked in the country. Kansas volleyball. Wilder Evers in for the Jayhawks. Phil Self goes a little deeper into the bench. Dickinson high post. Finds Evers on the back cut. Out to Jankovic. 3-ball short.
Good execution. Evers with the nice back door and the kick.
Wilder Evers, redshirt freshman from Birmingham, Alabama. From a great Jayhawk family. Davis inside, unable to finish. Dickinson battling a couple Tigers. And the foul is whistled on Trajan Davis. He's frustrated. That's his 5th foul. Tough way for his night to end.
Foul number 2, Trajan Davis. That's his 5th.
Davis will take a seat. 9 points, all in the first half. Harris. Now Dickinson. Evers finding a crease. Get it around to Dickinson. Isolated right side. Double teamed anyway. And he'll go to the line.
Good catch from Dickinson. Two guys draped all over him, going after the ball. Good strength. Corral it, fight through it, and get it up. Draw a foul.
First one on the money. Big news in college basketball today, Nick Baugh, the passing of legendary head coach Bob Knight. Army, long run at Indiana, Texas Tech, and then sat in the seat you're in right now as an analyst for a lot of Big 12 basketball games on TV for ESPN. That is, it's going to leave a void in the college basketball world.
Yeah, I challenge you to write down 10 basketball coaches that have made an impact on the sport, and not write down the name Bob Knight. I mean, he is a giant in the college basketball world, someone that I had an immense amount of respect for, having gone against his teams at Texas Tech. They mirrored him. They were tough, they were serious, they were smart.
Coached the Olympic team in 1984. McDowell, step in three. Dickinson kept it alive and draws another whistle. Hunter Dickinson will get after some balls, whether it's a loose ball, a rebound. He's going to take an extra step. He's going to reach for it. He's going to try to tip it, keep it alive. He gives great effort out there.
And some big guys don't play to their size. I think Dickinson does. He doesn't shy away from contact. He likes contact. He likes beasting guys. Like, he's one of those dudes that would love to bury you in the post and let you know about it. And that's what Kansas fans are going to see. He plays with a little bit of emotion. Like, the more emotional the moment, sometimes the better he is.
7 feet 2 inches, 260 pounds, Hunter Dickinson. Hammocky, nice little move to draw the bump and the foul from Jamari McDowell.
You know, the other thing with Dickinson, talking to assistant coach Joe Dooley today, just it wasn't just Dickinson, but everybody. It's a group of workers. They almost have to kick the guys out of the gym, you know, trying to manage their legs, and guys just want to get in all the time, put in extra work, get up extra shots, and Dickinson leads the charge.
Anabu knocks in a triple. Yet the building they live in just down the street, McCarthy Hall, has a gym where they can go shoot anytime they want.
They want the coaches to know about it, which I'm cool with. Tell you what, there's nothing like getting shots up by yourself in Allen Fieldhouse. It is like a spiritual moment for you.
Evers a little too strong on the three. Anabu, another nice move. 16,300 in Allen Fieldhouse. Still better.
I agree.
Maybe not by much, but it's better.
Yeah.
Harder to replicate that.
Yes, it is.
McDowell, nice cut. Couldn't finish. Good find by Dickinson. We'll do it again on Monday night. Regular season opener. Jayhawks and North Carolina Central. That will be a fun game.
This team, if there ever was a team that needed a bunch of exhibition games, I think it was this group. You know, go to Puerto Rico, you play Illinois in the charity exhibition, now you get this one under your belt. I think this group needed every moment of all 5 of these.
Guarded jump shot goes down for the Tigers' Sean Riley. That ball game Monday against North Carolina Central will be the inaugural McClendon Classic, honoring the legendary John McClendon. Hall of Famer, a Jayhawk, and coached at North Carolina Central as well. Foul on the drive as Jackson took it left of the lane. We get our final timeout. 3:01 to go in this one. Jayhawks hanging on to a 21-point lead. Brown, Adams, Evers, and Timberlake out there with him.
Yeah, this game has had a little bit of good and a little bit of bad, and I think sometimes that's how coaches like to watch film. They'll say, okay, let's look at 20 good possessions, now let's look at 20 bad possessions, and ultimately you want to have no bad possessions, but sometimes film is the greatest teacher for what not to do. And so, as weird as it sounds, if you get some some bad plays on film, those are easier to show and correct for everybody to get their attention.
You're saying there'll be a film session?
Oh, they're going to be a film session. Well, we had some film sessions back in the day, as you remember, Stephen. Remember, we used to watch it. Coach Self had the idea we wanted to watch a game in its entirety, and
not in a row, though.
Not in clips. And we were in the film room for an hour, and we hadn't even reached the under 16 media timeout of the. So he was breaking down how we were standing during the jump ball. See here, got Aaron's ready to play. Look at, he's ready to go there, but Nicholas, you're not ready to go.
That's Nicholas Timberlake with a much-needed three.
Yes.
Jaheim Holden hit one at the other end. Now Mark Johnson using a timeout. He just wants to get some.
He's as good as he's ever been on the coaching floor, on the sidelines.
Coming off a couple broken ribs.
Yes.
A few weeks ago. You wouldn't know it, though.
No, he is same old Coach Self, which is just great to see.
That is a three-pointer right on the money from Petar Ascherich. He's a freshman from Serbia for Fort Hays State. Timberlake off, and then a foul on the rebound on Parker Brown. And now Brown will come out after his fourth foul. Michael Jankovic back in as well. Nicholas Timberlake to the bench for likely the final time tonight.
Got 1-3 to go down. Going to continue to need him to be a shot maker. What he does, again, 92 made threes for his career. He's made 233.
Shooters shoot. He's Towson's all-time leading three-point shooter. Makes and attempts.
Somebody's got to be able to space that floor.
Dylan Worth, the freshman from Hayes, with the bucket to beat the shot clock. 71-55. Tigers have cut it to 16 here with a minute to go. Zach Clements will launch. Dylan Wilhite the rebound, finding a cutting Wilder Evers for the bucket.
Pass from Wilhite. Good tough rebound, good timing. Drops it down. That was nice.
45 seconds to go. Rock chalk chant, which never gets old.
Oh,
rains down on James Naismith Court. Holden going to work. Got baseline. Wilhite pulls out the rebound. Shot clock off. Jankovic will hold the basketball. Or will they?
Self said to go, but now he said he's going to pull it back.
Final 8 seconds will tick away. Jayhawks close the exhibition season with a 73-55 victory over Fort Hays State. Regular season, North Carolina Central awaits on Monday night.
Music by Niju Nirmal.
तुहर गौराया दत्त गौरा कहाला पोतिया ना सुनेलू तू सुनेलू जीत पर तू रहेलू बड़ा गलती बाटे ना बोलेलू और जी को के बर्बादी हो गइनी हम हार असरी बद देवे चल के बा बंदे के घूमी पर्वत पहाड़ गजा खाती सारी रात होके कितनो दिन तो ठंडे के बाटे फलल लोगे आइल बाटे तो मंडे के
भंगिया तो है सिर्फ संडे के अब करे हमर इंतजार किस्म संडे के। ऋषभ रिकॉर्डिंग स्टूडियो सिमरा।